What's up YouTube, it's your girl Sion, and this is just going to be a quick tip video as I go back in and fix some of my braids. And these are just things that I've learned along the way as I've been braiding. Some of the tips I've got for some of my subbies, which I really do appreciate, because I've learned a lot of things through trial and error and even just like trying different tips that people have left me on some other videos. First of all, this is like, well, this was pretty much my finished product, which I didn't necessarily dislike. It's just that I know I can make them look more uniform. And I've got some that have hair sticking out because I made them too big. So basically, well, these are the ones that I redid, which look a whole lot neater because I don't have hair sticking out of them, and they're a whole lot smaller than some of the ones in the back of my head. Um, One tip, well, and one really important tip, I think, if you're going to braid your hair, realize that it is a process and that when I first started braiding, it seemed like hey, I'm worried about hair, saves me money, this, that, and the third. Forgetting about the time that invested that it takes to actually braid hair. Like when I go to get my hair done at the African shop, I'm in there anywhere from 6 to possibly 10 hours, depending on what style I'm getting. So they're professionals. If I'm braiding my hair at home, it should probably take me around the same time, if not longer, due to trial and error to braid my own hair. So, like with my Kinky twist, it took me right around 7.5 hours to get my Kinky twist done. And I love the style, and they stayed so well. It took me about 5.5 hours to do mine because when I got closer to the ends, I'm not gonna lie, I got tired. I started braiding my hair like at 7 o'clock at night, and around 1 o'clock, I was tired. I was like, plus I braided all night. I had to go to work the next morning, so I got through braiding like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and had to be up at 5:30. So if you're gonna braid it, do it on a weekend that you have off that you can actually take the time. Normally when I braid my hair, I learn is actually like on a Friday night that we're not doing anything. Like start that Friday night, take a break if I need to, start back Saturday morning. So it can take me anywhere from like 7 to 9 hours to braid my hair. But the styles are working if I do them right. So that's one thing. Tip number one, make sure you take the time to actually do it right. You're doing this to save money most likely, or you may just want to learn how to braid. So if you want to do it right, you have to take the time to do it right. Secondly, with hair color choice, my hair is natural and I'm already dyed. So I dyed my hair chestnut blonde and sometime in April. And I haven't redyed my hair since I did it in April. So I've got my roots coming in. The color that I used for my hair does not match my roots, and it does not match my dyed hair. It's actually, the hair I use is the Femi, and this is 100% Kanekalon, and this is the Molly braid hair, and this is a T1B27. My hair is not that color at all. See if I have a piece out already. My hair is nice. I'll redo that one. I actually started redoing some of them, so yeah. Like my hair is this color at the end and got that much root. So, and the hair that I braid with is this color. So you don't have to necessarily blend them in with your hair because I love this color. I just won't dye my own hair this color yet. So you definitely want to make sure you're taking the time to make the section small enough and that you're blending your own natural hair in. If you're doing it right, your hair can be completely different colors from the actual braid hair, but they won't be able to tell as much. So when you take the hair out the bundle, it's normally, of course, it's been the rubber band, so it kind of automatically falls into two even pieces. What you probably want to do is take it at the section you take out and move it up a notch. And what that does is end up giving you two uneven pieces. So you get a longer piece and a shorter piece. And the reason for that is as you're braiding your hair, you don't really want, I learned if you blunt them all the way down, like you have the same length all the way down, it's going to end up unraveling. You kind of want the braid to start off at the root and then get smaller as it goes down. It keeps it from unraveling. But going in, and I'm not I do the braid the root method instead of the twist the root method. I'm still learning. So go in, take my hair, put the hair in. Basically, I pull my hair between the two and do the braid. Another thing about braiding at the root, you're kind of going to want to try to do each one at least the same amount of times down, so you don't have some twists that are more braided than they are twisted. So when you get the hair securely in, take your hair and kind of twist it into the braid hair. You can do this all at once, or you can twist it over. And I honestly don't know if it's considered twisting over or under. Just usually what I do. But basically, take your hair. Once you twist it in, you can keep doing a twisting motion as you're coming across. And just go like this. Now with braiding your hair, it's really easy to want to just start doing like this. To go ahead and just like get it done. That's gonna look okay for like 2 hot seconds, and then you have to end up going back in and redoing, or just still puffy braids. You really want to stay close to the twist as you're coming down, because you're gonna want to hold the tension as you're coming down. And it may seem pointless, but when you get through with it, it'll stay like it's supposed to, and you won't have hair that's sticking out, but not much anyways. So and it's gonna look smaller. Like none of mine actually gonna stand this small, so you kind of separate the hair as you go along. Okay, as you're coming to the end, you don't have to necessarily braid it all the way down to the end. You can kind of stop. You want to braid it down at least a couple more times, or twist it down at least a couple more times than the actual length you want, because when you go in to do your trim or what have you, you want to have excess hair so you're not actually cutting back into the twist. But like, see, as you go down, it kind of gets smaller, and you can kind of see where the actual twist itself is going to end. And you're gonna probably end up with a tail of that much hair, but you can kind of just twist that over. And once you do that, it's gonna puff up a little bit, but it's gonna be much more uniform. So this one, okay. It's a little bit harder to do them as you kind of, if you've already done it, it's a little bit harder to go back in and do them. So you definitely want to keep the ones you've already done kind of separated from the rest of them. Yeah, like with these braids, it's a little bit easier to take them apart, so I haven't actually sealed the ends properly yet, thanks to him. So as you do them, plus like when you get ready to do the different twist styles and things like that, you'll have more, you don't want to have hair sticking out everywhere, of course. So like with this one, and some of them may not necessarily be too big. You may just not have held them tight enough at the end when you're doing them, and this hair separates kind of easily. So it's gonna be great when I get ready to take these down. But if done right, the style itself should last you about 6 to 8 weeks. And of course, since you're doing your own hair, making this is easier, so you may be able to keep them up longer than that. Just general kinky twist. Ow, ow, ow. Hair gets itchy, like seriously. But just general kinky twist tips. This is a drier hair than like the other Kanekalon and some of the Toyakalon hair. So you definitely want to make sure you keep your hair moisturized. Like, just because you put your hair in braids doesn't mean you just forget about it. You definitely want to make sure that you keep it moisturized. These are two of my favorite braids. I use this more often than anything. I have to use this is like a newer form. I just got it That's not easy, but I'm sleeping. My main thing is the Olive Miracle. This is the anti-breakage formula, and this is the same company, but this is the Extra Shine. You can also make your own mix. I have a mix of aloe vera juice, castor oil, and olive oil, I think, is in there. And it's really easy to make. But, yeah. So, yeah. So you can go in and make them. You can do them as small or as big as you want to. I think the smaller the twists are, the longer they'll last. So that's kind of up to you. If you see that they're coming apart quickly, you may want to try to do them smaller just for your own. Just because it kind of defeats the purpose of doing your own hair if it's not going to last. So basically, one, take the time, set aside the time to do your hair. If it takes them 8 hours at the shop, expect it to take 8 hours or more for you. If you're going to use a different hair color from your own, make sure that you blend the hair in well. If they use 8 packs at the shop, make sure you get at least 8 or more packs to do at home. Because like with my connect long hair, where I did my box braids, I tangled more hair up trying to learn how to do them than I did normally. So if I just got just the 6 bags that normally takes to do my hair, I would be so short. Like I said, take your time. Blend it well. Hold the tension down as much as possible. Try to make them uniform. And just basically, it's a learning process. So if it doesn't come out right the first time, try it again. I mean, this is like my 5th or 6th time braiding my hair. And as I braid more, I get better. So when your hair is in the twist, keep them moisturized. Keep your hair tied up if possible. Now that part, I'm not that good about. But you definitely want to protect at least your own natural hair in the braids. I don't so much care about the ends, but if you don't do them properly, they will get knotty, they will get dry. So I'm gonna do one more. Okay. And here, twist around, down, round, down, around, down, around, down. Separate the two. Start twisting my hair into it. Okay. And I will show y'all the finished product. So I will see y'all next time. I hope this helps someone like it helped me. And as always, y'all stay sweet, be blessed.